It will have oversight by a few of you in Congress, by Senator Max Cleland, by Dr. David Ray Griffin of the 9/11 Truth Movement, by Karen Breitweiser and Mindy Kleinberg representing the families of victims, and by Sybil Edmonds and other whistleblowers in the FBI. They will have full subpoena power, able to require sworn public testimony from anyone up to and including me and the previous president and vice president. And I think we've had enough so-called testimony behind closed doors with no oaths and no transcripts. This time we want the truth. The new commission will examine all the evidence, even that which seems to contradict the official story. And that's most of it. And the commission will have no predetermined conclusions about who the conspirators were. I've told them not even to start with the assumption that Cheney is one of them. There have been all too many Pearl Harbors, Gulfs of Tonkin, 9/11s, and Reichstag fires. We must make it clear that the truth will out. Never again must we allow this nation to be stampeded into war under false pretenses. Speaking of war, the new Secretary of Defense, the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and I have redefined two basic missions for our armed forces: deterring anyone from attacking the United States with weapons of mass destruction, and defending our shores and borders from foreign invasion. Period. This redefinition of mission will, after a few years of transition, result in a peace dividend of $400 billion per year, with no one joining the ranks of the jobless. Until new contracts come out for renewable energy, non-polluting transportation, and the rebuilding of our infrastructure, there are to be no layoffs. If we can pay farmers not to grow crops, we can pay engineers and machinists not to build weapons. And among the weapons we will pay them not to build are new nuclear weapons and Star Wars weapons. We have treaties that call for the nuclear disarmament of this country and the world. The Constitution says that these treaties are the highest law of the land, and we will obey them. Now, the part of the defense budget which is absolutely inviolable is that part which takes care of our veterans. The VA must be fully funded. The cost for caring for the disabled veterans of the Iraq War alone will be in the trillions of dollars over their lifetimes. But it is a cost we must bear. The signature wound of this war has been brain trauma. And yet the Bush administration slashed the budget for the Brain Trauma Center by 50%. To create so many thousands of disabled veterans in their wars of aggression and then refuse to take proper care of them was perhaps the worst sin of the Bush administration. The care of those wounded in action, racked by PTSD, and poisoned by depleted uranium is not a discretionary expenditure to be avoided by delay, denial, and bureaucratic red tape. It is a solemn obligation of this government, and it will be met. In the last half a century, the United States has gone from savior of the civilized world to the #1 rogue nation on earth.
Yes.
As a result, despite spending $1.5 billion a day on military power, the American people today are less secure than at any time since the end of the Civil War. The expenditure of $14 trillion since the end of World War II has brought our people only more insecurity, massive debt, and the loss of many of the cherished rights enshrined in our Constitution. It's time for the cycle to end. It's time to end the belligerence, bring home our troops, and rejoin the family of nations. And that's what we're going to do. Now, to set the stage for discussing our plans for Iraq, I'd like to give you a little historical background. First, I'd like to read a few excerpts from a speech I gave to an anti-war rally on February 15, 2003, a month before the Iraq War started. Saddam Hussein is a bad guy. He's a bad guy now. He was a bad guy in 1990 when April Glaspie of the State Department gave him a green light to invade Kuwait. He was a bad guy in the 1980s when Donald Rumsfeld sat down with him for a chat while Saddam was supposedly gassing the Kurds. He was a bad guy in 1977 when Zbigniew Brzezinski met with him and proposed the invasion of Iran. He was a bad guy in the 1960s when the CIA hired him to assassinate Iraqi leader Abdel Karim Qasim and then helped